The next topic is expectation of random processes. So the expectation or mean value of any random process x of t is given by the following formula. So E of x of t is equal to mu x of t is equal to integration between minus to plus infinity, the product of the observation of the random process, that is capital X, its observation is lowercase x is there. So where we know that uppercase x represents the random process, not the random variable, and lowercase x represents the observation of the random process here. So this is multiplied to the individual PDF of the random process which you have seen in the previous, that is concept here. So therefore the expectation of a random process is equal to integration between minus to plus infinity, product of the observation of the random process with the PDF of the individual PDF of the random process, that is fx of t of x dx here. So this is given by equation number 1. The variance of the random process x is given by sigma square x of t is equal to variance of x of t is equal to the square of the mean subtracted observation x multiplied by the product of the PDF of the random process x is nothing but it will yield the variance of the random process. So in this equation 1 and 2 or the concept which we are studying here, x represents random process instead of the random variables which we have studied till this point of time. So we need to be very careful about this particular point here. So here the mean mu of the random process is there, not of the random variable, and it is subtracted from the value of the x here and then squared. So the mean and variance of the random process depend on the parameter of the time t. We can observe t time instance throughout in the equation number 2 here as a subscript, because the PDF involved here fx of t of x depends on the time for which the random process is being investigated or examined here. So this is the reason why mean and variance of the random process depend on the time parameter. Now we'll assume that except for the univariate case, we'll go for the bivariate. We just assume that or consider this x of t is bivariate in nature. In that case, x of t consists of x of t1 and then x of t2. So the bivariate random variable involves two random processes here, x of t1 and x of t2. The product of these two, their expectation of mean value is equal to product of individual observations of the random variable x of t1 and x of t2, then the joint PDF, that is f x of t1 x of t2 is going to be taken here. As previously we are going for taking the product of their observations along with the joint PDF or bivariate PDF. So this is equation number 3. We can see very clearly that blue color indicates the mapping of observation x1 with the random process x of t1, and x2 is observation of the sample of x of t2, that is the second random process. Now for jointly considered random processes x of t and y of t, in our equation 3 we can replace the second variable or the second random process x of t2 by y. So x is replaced by y. In the first one it is written as x. So this is equal to nothing but x1 y2, and only y is replaced instead of the x in x2 in case of the equation number 4 taken from 3 here. Thus we can observe one important that is point here. The bivariate expectations in both equation 3 and 4 depend on two time parameters, that is t1 and t2 respectively. This is to be, so therefore for two that is random processes, two time instants t1 and t2 are there. This can be extended for n number of random processes, and so many time parameters will be there like t1, t2, t3, etc. until tn. Now we'll look into the next concept, that is stationarity of the that is a random process. When we can call a random process to be stationary here. So following characteristic features have to be observed. A random process is said to be stationary if the statistical properties remain the same at all times. So as the time series, if you are going for investigating the time series, if all the statistical properties like the mean value, then its expectation, then the variance, standard deviation, and many other moments stand to be the same as the time passes, then at any instant of the time, if all the values are same, we call it as a stationary process. So a random process is said to be stationary in this particular point. Second condition, its expectations are not changing or they are invariant with the changes in the time. Even the probability density functions used to calculate the expectation should also be time invariant in nature. So statistical properties have to be same, its expectation has to be same, the PDF also need to be same if you want to call any random process as a stationary process. Now we'll have the different cases here. The stationarity, first case is stationarity of the order n or strict sense stationarity. So any random process or its stationarity property is considered strict in sense with the following, that is a discussion here. The stationarity of the order n means that a multivariate probability density function of order n is invariant, doesn't change with an arbitrary shift in time, that is Ts. So Ts stands for the arbitrary shift in time in the equation which is going to follow. For any sort of arbitrary time shift, then the multivariate PDF of the order n doesn't change. So such stationarity characteristics of a random process is considered to be strict sense. We can see the mathematical equation here. The probability density function PDF of the random process x of t1 plus ts, then second t2 plus ts until tn plus ts is equal to, that is f of x t1 x t2 x tn, so and so thing for arbitrary. So the right hand side of the equation which we are seeing here indicates that the PDF doesn't change even though ts changes arbitrarily either towards any amount here. So we tell that the random process is possessing a property of strict sense stationarity. Or we can go for the next one, the stationarity of order 1, where n will be equal to 1. So this applies when the following condition is going to be satisfied. So we are having only for one random process in univariate case, fx of t1 plus ts of x is equal to fx of t1 of x. So therefore you can see the left and right hand side of the equation number 7 here, even with the third term also. Ts doesn't play any major role in deciding the value of the probability as the time passes here. So therefore the PDF is independent of any time shift, or it is said to be time invariant. Then this is of the stationarity characteristics even of the order 1. Therefore the mean of the random process is also going to be constant once the PDF is constant. So mu x of t is equal to mu x. So therefore it is independent of time. The variance is also constant, so therefore sigma square of x of t is also constant here. So for order 1, mean, variance, PDF all are constant and are time invariant. For order 2, the stationarity characteristics will just investigate here. It applies when the following condition is going to be satisfied. So therefore the joint PDF of x of t1 plus ts, x of t2 plus ts. So two random processes are taken, that is x of t1 plus ts, then x of t2 plus ts here. So two different time instants, the random variables are taken. This is equal to the joint PDF stands to be the same here. So therefore we'll go for this. Let t1 plus ts is equal to some time instant t. This is denoted as t here. Then ts can be equal to t minus t1. When the arbitrary t value lies within the plus or minus infinity, then what happens to the above equations? T2 plus ts is equal to t2 plus, you can substitute for ts here. We know from the above equation that ts is equal to t minus t1. We can substitute for ts here. This is t minus t1 here. Therefore the second equation becomes t2 plus ts is equal to t2 plus t minus t1. So this second term t minus t1 is extracted from the above ts and substituted. Like we can go for t2 plus ts is equal to t plus t2 minus t1. So t2 minus t1 is grouped together in the parenthesis. Now we'll just call this time difference between t2 and t1 instants as equal to some that is particular value called as tau in equation number 11. Therefore t2 plus ts is equal to t plus tau. Substitute tau in place of t2 minus t1 here, time difference. Now equation number 10 above what we have seen here, this could also be rewritten from the above, that is definition here for substituting for t2 plus ts wherever it is, substitute for t plus tau here and other things. So f x of t1 plus ts x of t2 plus ts of x1 x2 is equal to f x of t. So therefore here t has been written here. Just look at this particular equation number 10. Here we are having t1 then t2 and here t2 plus ts and t1 plus ts. So therefore we just observe the differences here. This is equal to f of x of t instead of the t1 here. So therefore we have come to know that t1 is equal to t. Next for x of t plus tau is there. So t plus tau is nothing but equal to t2 plus ts. So from this equation we can see that t2 plus ts is substituted as equal to tau and t1 plus ts is substituted as equal to, that is the value of, that is t here. Or we can write like this also, fx1 fx of t1 x of t2 of, so joint PDF of two random processes x of t1 and x of t2 is equal to f x of t and another one is x of t plus tau. So after some time constant or difference, the same value of the random process is taken. This is equation as per 12 here. So therefore the PDF of the joint random processes stands to be the same except for the difference of the time value of the time constant tau. So that is when stationary of order 2 is going to be applied, the bivariate PDF depends only on the time constant, that is the time difference, that is tau here, and not at all on the absolute values of the time t, like t1 t2 or t. It doesn't depend on any other value here. Only tau will decide the bivariate PDF values, the stationary of order 2 here. Now joint stationary of order 2, just consider this. It applies for the random processes x of t and y of t. Two random processes x and y are there here. This joint stationary of order 2 is going to be applied only with the satisfying the following conditions here. Fx of t1 plus ts, then second random process y of t2 plus ts and their observations is equal to then joint PDF. So this is equal to nothing but fx of t, then y of t2 plus ts is replaced by t plus tau here. So therefore this is extracted from the above, that is stationarity of the order 1 which we have considered. So replacement has been done. Now we'll go for the other concept called as wide sense stationarity. Now wide sense stationarity is the most useful and practical use of stationarity. This case bypasses any statement on the PDF but only stipulates the two expectations. E of x of t is equal to mu x, it's going to be expectation value of the single random process is constant as per equation 14, and the product of two random processes x of t1 and x of t2, then its expectation is equal to x of t plus x of t plus tau is going to be t2 is replaced by t plus tau in the equation. So now what does equation 14 and 15 mean? In 14 the mean of wide sense stationary random process is constant, it's evident here. In equation number 15 the correlation of wide sense stationary random process, either we can go for assuming these two as a bivariate case, or we can go for a broader sense that the random process x at time t t1 and the random process value at time t2 here. So therefore we can consider this to be the correlation or autocorrelation of a random process x. It is independent of absolute value or the time t and only difference depends on the time difference, that is tau here, as evident from this. So that is equation number 15. We can tell that not only the PDF, even the expectation values also depend on the difference time, that is the tau here. So when the time difference is 0, that means tau becomes 0 here, and tau is equal to t2 minus t1 is equal to 0, then equation 15 can be rewritten as equal to E of x of t plus tau is equal to, so make tau 0 on the right hand side, this becomes equal to E of x square of t. We know that E of x of t is equal to x square of t is equal to sigma x square plus mu x square. So for tau is equal to 0, expectation of the product of x of t and x of t plus tau after some time constant with the same random process x is equal to summation of that is the variance plus the square of the mean value here as per equation number 16. This is very important to be noted. Now if a random process has first and second order stationarity, then such process is said to be possessing a characteristic of wide sense stationary, that is stationarity characteristics of the feature here. If x of t and y of t are jointly that is wide sense stationary, then by equation number 15 we are having product of expectation of product of x of t1 y of t2 is equal to expectation of x of t multiplied by y of t plus tau. Likewise, even for y of t1, then x of t2, its expectation is equal to e of y of t, x of t plus tau here. So therefore, the order of the occurrence of a that is a random process or its time instant can also be interchanged to maintain the same concept here. So therefore, if a random process has first and second stationarity, then we call such random process to have a characteristic feature of wide sense stationarity.